Hi there, Mr. Llama 101 here. So as it turns out, there's more weird stuff in the Festive Mash-Up World other than just the Guardian locations. So we'll be finding out where some of the weird stuff is in this world for this video here. This is one of the older Mash-Up worlds. So there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this world, but there's just these random places where nothing was built, which is pretty interesting, especially for this one, I find. So when this loads up, we'll be exploring those places a bit. And these are, I'm sure most people know about the hidden stronghold underneath the igloo, but this video is going to be looking at the places most people probably never would have expected to look. And right off the bat, there's already one close by. There's already a strange location close by. So if you go to the adjacent road just by the spawn point, maybe it is right at the spawn point. Yeah, it's right on the path of the spawn point. If you go down this path, you just find there's this random floating chunk here. I think the developers were about to build something here, but that got cancelled. So yeah, then so that's one location, and then there's all of this location right here. There's even some non-snowy areas right here. This ginormous chunks of land where nothing was built at all. I find that quite interesting. Desert within a forest. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, there's all this land. Nothing except land and naturally generated structures, if any. But that's not all. There's more. There's more weird locations. There's more locations like that. If we go over by the Mushroom Island, you'll find, here's the Candy Cane Island and Mushroom Island. You'll find this, there's all this land here. There's these small little islands in the middle of nowhere, middle of the ocean. And of course there's a candy cane island with some candy cane wheat growing. But if we go here, so if we go along this path towards the other desert village, and we go this way, so here's the desert village that I'm referring to, and if we go this way, you'll find even more land when nothing was built. Some of it even, you can see some of it looks like it's just been chopped off somehow, which I find quite interesting. And you can go even further out, as you can see, and by this point you're further away from everything that was built, which is amazing. I think, I mean, I love the buildings and all, but to also find this in the same world, I think is really cool. And it just keeps on going, as you can see. The only structure, I guess, that was built here is just right here on the map, just by the jungle, a random ladder. If you go in the cave, if you go in this cave here, there's nothing in here. It even has a dead end. There's just nothing nothing that I could find in here. And if you just close by, you'll find a jungle temple right here. It's right here on the map. And also, I've noticed close to the edge of the world, you'll find these chunks of land underwater that have just been cut in a way. Which, and then there's even more land where nothing except for just this bridge, just a bridge was built here, and nothing else. Well, there's that of course, but you can go even further out. There's another island in the middle of the ocean. Yes, this is quite the map here. This is quite the map. Let's see what else we can find. There's one more location. This is relatively close to Santa's workshop. There's a ravine behind it as well, behind Santa's workshop. Pretty cool. But if you go even further, so there's an igloo, but there's where you find one of the music discs inside here. But if you go beyond that, you'll find again more stuff where nothing was built. And this, you're just again further away from everything that was built, pretty much. So yeah, those are some of the weird. That's all the weird stuff I could find in this world. The weird, interesting stuff.